Hey, you. Ready for a picnic?
Yeah. Nice place to spend Carol's birthday, right?
Incredible place.
Kind of on top of the world. This peak's 18,000 feet over there. Yeah. Over 18,000.
Have you checked the elevation here? We're probably 10 or 11 anyway.
He's been very accurate with what he's said. When he says this is 10.4, and that's exactly. So over the top.
Kitchen. Hola, chef. Hola, Wabi.
Oh, hello, Jim. Delicious meat chips.
Do you like those red chips? Are so good, right?
Beet chips?
Beets or something. I don't know if they're taro.
They're beet. Is that eucalyptus?
Yeah.
Does it? Oh.
Yeah.
The river has.
There we go, Pixie.
Perú Reina agradece su preferencia y les da la más cordial bienvenida a bordo a los pasajeros que acaban de embarcar a nuestro servicio Visa Dome. Nuestro personal estará gustoso de atenderlo en lo que necesite hasta nuestro destino final, la estación de Machu Picchu. Nuestro viaje tendrá una duración aproximada de 1 hora y 30 minutos. Se trata de una montaña perfectamente piramidal y técnicamente tiene un nivel de dificultad muy alto para los escaladores. Chica es una comunidad de familias y agricultores con una población cercana a 200 personas.
Where are we going?
Se refiere a una planta muy usada en la tinción de textiles que muestra un color verde intenso.
Elvis.
Dear passengers, we are approaching the small community of Chilca, from where we will observe the majestic snow-capped mountain of Veronica, about 5,700 meters above sea level. This is the most important mountain of the Urubamba mountain range. This mountain was climbed for the first time in 1956 by a group of Swiss, French, and Dutch hikers. This is a perfect pyramidal mountain, and it has a very high difficulty level for the climbers. Chilca is a community of farmers with a population close to 200 people. Its name also refers to a plant widely used as a dye textiles that gives an intense green color.
Now, you have to trust me. The glacier is somewhere there.
One we saw yesterday, yeah?
Yeah, we saw that yesterday.
Right.
As you see that up to this point, we are leaving the valley behind. So the valley narrows, and we call this the Urubamba Canyon,
Okay.
which is one of the 5 deepest canyons in South America.
Oh,
Which soon we'll be showing you the beginning of the Inca Trail. That's the beginning of huge granitic formation, solid granite. 182 square miles of solid granite.
Wow.
White gray granite. And not long ago, Jim, we were not using granite at all. Now you can go to a shopping mall center in Cusco using granite for your kitchen. We didn't know that. We have a lot of it, white and gray granite. These are the sections that the Urubamba River has. This is the same river, Urubamba, the second longest tributary of the Amazon River. This river flows to the Amazon.
I see.
But now you see more rapids, and that's what those crazy kayakers.
And it's because it's getting more steep.
Yes. So we started at 9,000 feet, and we'll descend to 6,500. when we be getting off the train, that's 6.5.
So what is the vertical difference between and the highest peak of around 3? No, like some of these highest peaks right in here with the glacier.
18,400.
And this is
9,000 feet.
wow, 9,000 foot vertical. That's a pretty steep hike. Amazing. Get that off. I'd run a kayak with that.
I got it from Amazon.com.
Eggs, tomatoes, and avocado. They have to protect that before they.
Sure. When you're traveling, it's very convenient. I only tried Pisco sour so far. Pisco sour, yeah. I tried Pisco sour. Yeah, it was good.
Passengers, please be informed that in a few minutes we will be arriving to the final destination, the Machu Picchu station. Passengers will disembark through the left side, taking the train's direction into consideration. Please remain seated until the train has come to a full stop and make sure to take all your personal items with you. For any additional information, please contact the crew, who will gladly assist you. Peru Rail thanks you very much for traveling with us, and we hope you have enjoyed your journey and to have the pleasure to welcome you on your Union train operated by Peru Rail. Peru Rail thanks you for your cooperation.
Sophie, I.E. Sophie, and the phone number that we have for her is, I believe it's her cell number, and
It's correct.
I could probably text it to you. I've got it here.
Okay.
So just text her and ask, can you find out from the attorney's office the name of the witness? Because that would be helpful. Okay. Then you have it. We didn't do anything with that. So that's a job they're looking for. So we'll try to reach Sophie and let them know that they are looking for the transfer.
The place will be almost.
Они зробили 20 минут тако ще один. You go take pictures. Will you want to take pictures?
We already did here, so we can.
We came at 10:30, so we kind of
Rush to here.
we took lots of photos, so we could just listen.
And when you do the Inca Trail, the 4-day hike, where do you end? What's the end of the Inca Trail? That's the sun gate.
Sunday?
Some of you have read about the sun gate.
Yes.
The entry point of Machu Picchu from the
want-
Inca Trail. So that notch in the ridge. And you can see the trail coming down.
Sun gate.
So that was a checkpoint.
Notch in the ridge
That's
is the
one
sun
of the
gate.
options. That's one of the options for us. But let me tell you that the ticket that you have for tomorrow permits you to climb that mountain.
Juana Picchu?
That's Machu Picchu.
Oh, that's Machu Picchu.
That's
the
the
true Machu Picchu.
That's one of the.
That's why I don't want to climb Machu.
I don't want
But
to.
I don't want to.
And that's something that amazes me. Yesterday I was telling you, and that was the truth, that there are many things that I have just that are making me to come back here. Such as, I want to do that new trail that has been discovered less than 12 months ago. That straight line in the
Yeah, that's a
in the
trail.
foliage. That's a new Inca trail.
Oh boy.
So with the use, Carol, of
new Inca Trail.
drones and satellites that can take infrared photos. In the last 10 years, we have seen new discoveries, and we have seen how they were rediscovering things. That trail goes to the other side of this mountain range, where we have big subtropical valleys. And the most of the coca leaf production that the state of Cusco has comes from that valley. Plus, there is a detour that goes to the tippy top of that mountain.
How tall is that?
That is 10,200 feet. So that must be over 13,000 feet.
Wow.
And since the park has been discovered, since Machu Picchu has been discovered, just once we have people that went up there. The tippy top, just once, Carol, and they could stay just 3 days. They were running out of food and
Looks like it's
water.
very technical, the last 1,000 feet. Right?
They say that they describe that as a proper Inca trail. So with the steps and with places for you to stop.
There's a trail to the top.
And there is, they suspect, because they couldn't do much, but there is a sundial. And a sundial that has communication with the other sundial. There is a sundial up there, there is a sundial up there. So Machu Picchu was not, and this is important for us to keep in mind, Carol, this was not the most important city in this part of the Urubamba mountain range. But what makes Machu Picchu so popular and so well visited by people, Jim, is to know that the Spaniards never got here.
Yeah.
So that when they lost the war in Ollantaytambo, where we took the train this morning, the rebel Incas didn't come here. They fled to Vilcabamba, 40 miles away from here. A place that was at least 10 times larger than Machu Picchu.
Wow.
Close to those jungle tribes that would be supporting the rebellion. So they got support from those jungle tribes that have bow and arrows.
So the Incas did.
The rebel Incas.
They were
so Carol,
their
at the
allies.
beginning, nobody
No.
fought the Spaniards.
Right.
Actually, it happened the other way around. They welcomed the Spaniards in Cusco. The Incas in Cusco needed 3 years to understand that they had done a big mistake. They had supported the wrong side, and they had been cheated by and betrayed by Pizarro and his men. So the rebellion began in Cusco. Then they moved the rebellion to Ollantaytambo, where we could catch the train this morning. But after 8 months, these rebel Incas no choices for them to have. They were losing the war. They needed to retreat deeply into the Amazon. They fled to Vilcabamba.
And then were they killed?
After 42 years.
After?
The Spaniards were tired of that
So
pain in their neck.
Spaniards never got to this location.
Never.
Yes.
Because, Jim, that there's, when I guide these celebrities, sometimes I see something that they pay for, and sometimes they don't use it properly. They pay for having the former resident archaeologists of Machu Picchu, or the current resident archaeologist of Machu Picchu. It's like a plus for them. But when they see this, and these archaeologists want to talk, they want what my students don't like in classes, those 3-hour speeches. Sometimes I'm not the person to say, oh, make it shorter, too much data for them. But I learned that most of the times I don't need to, or I shouldn't permit them to speak first. I am doing the presentation saying, okay, he wants to know all this place. He wants to know how many trips Machu Picchu. And I update myself. Modern scholars believe that the Incas abandoned this place after 1536 to join the rebellion, and they had performed a sabotage. So they destroyed the drainage system that the city had. And then the water couldn't be drained, 61 to 93 inches. That is a lot of rain. So not permitting the rainwater to drain down to the bottom, the vegetation took over the place. And that's how Bingham found this place in 1811. But not everything. Because that was the time when we had a dictatorship. And believe it or not, this area, all these mountains were part of a hacienda. Do you know what a hacienda is? Like a big ranch. So the owner of the hacienda gave Hiram Bingham some info about the existence of Inca ruins inside his property. So he started to follow those. Now the crowds will go out, or will go down.
Okay.
In the afternoon, we'll go there.